right, let's just jump right into it because it happened. Ta-da! Yay! So much fun. Yay, I love cool patterns on glass. Yay. But no, I can act all I want at this point, and I'm kind of over it. Like, it doesn't really matter to me that much. So it's more of a big deal to Hannah because this was like her favorite lens, but it's like my least favorite. I could care less about this lens. In fact, we don't often pack it with us because in a sense it's kind of useless. I mean, it's a really cool lens, but it doesn't serve a purpose other than being like a pride lens because Nikon doesn't have any glass that's f1.2. But it's just an 85 prime and we kind of cover that spectrum with other stuff. So it's not a necessary lens for us. And for that, I am very thankful. So we kind of have a couple options at this point. Like I said, it's not a necessary piece of glass for us, but if we did need to cover that sort of spectrum, like have a prime just to have another lens, I'd probably order or run to a camera store and get the 50 1.8 just to have that. But I really don't think we need it. We are members of Canon Professional Services. Our options at this point, well, I've talked about selling this lens before because it's an expensive piece of glass, and like I said, it's not necessary for us, but we're hanging on to it because we do still like it in some cases, and it provides a pretty unique look being that shallow of a depth of field. It's the, I probably didn't say, but it's the Canon 85 f1.2 Mark II L lens. Pretty insanely big chunk of glass, like super heavy. Oh yeah, if you're actually wondering what happened, that happened at the wedding yesterday. They had just announced the formal exit. Everyone was grabbing their bubbles. I ran to set flashes up for Z bubbles, and then we were trading off lenses. Hannah was taking this lens off of her camera, and it slipped. It kind of rolled down a camera bag that was on a chair, hit the chair, bounced off the chair, and then crack onto super hard concrete. At the time, we didn't really think anything of it. We were just in like go mode, so we just picked it up, put it in the camera bag because we weren't using it for the exit, and ran out and shot the exit, and everything was fine. And then later, after we packed up and got in the car, I'm like, oh, I should see if it knocked the autofocus out of wax or anything like that. Pulled it out of the bag, and it was shattered. Life happened to that lens. But we are members of Canon Professional Services, like I said, so I'm gonna send it in and get it diagnosed at the very least and see if it's just this back glass element that's broken or if anything else is knocked out of whack. And then they will also send me like a breakdown of what it would cost to get the part through them. We get 20% off parts with our membership, and what the service would cost for them to do it versus me watching videos online and trying to figure out replacing it myself. So at the very least, I'll send it to them and get it diagnosed for free so I know if I would just need to buy the back element or if there's something else wrong with it. Probably we'll have them fix it unless it's completely unreasonable. Usually they'll send back the quote and then you can kind of haggle with them or call them up directly and beg, and they will at least take off the service fee, sometimes discount the parts even more. So yeah, I honestly have no idea what something like this is gonna cost. I don't think I've ever broken glass before. I have like messed up internal autofocus motor and stuff like that, but never anything like this. So I'm gonna fill out the paperwork and get it sent off to Canon right away. Then I should be able to get this ball rolling pretty quick. Okay, symptoms. Mild fever, light nausea, and scalp dandruff. Here's a box. Here's a piece of paper that's supposed to be inside the box. All set to go. This rain timed out perfectly. Hannah's been burning blackberry bushes over there, and now that she's done, it started raining. Okay, it's like sending my kid off to college. Hoping they return a better lens. I should be doing nothing but editing today, but our dryer has been broken for the last, like, I don't know, maybe week now. And with all the trips we've been going on, we finally ran out of clothes. So I think, oops. Now it's definitely this guy. I think this guy is our problem. I'm gonna go see if the hardware store has another one. Hopefully we'll have laundry back up and running. Okay, confirmed. Nobody locally sells that part that I need, so I'm gonna have to order it online. Bummer, we will not have a dryer before our next trip, but that's okay. We totally would have done this sooner, but like, us and what time? Alright, that is going to be it for today's vlog. It's past 4 a.m. now, and I've just been editing photos. This one's been giving me a run for my money, actually. I'm getting close to the finished photo. There's where it started out. So first thing I did, just to kind of show you guys it behind the scenes, is flatten the image out, and then took it into Photoshop. There we go. So to get rid of the cars and stuff there, I actually took this image from Adobe stock images. I wanted to use the tree line on that one, so I brought it in here. And removed the sky and stuff first thing, and then I just toned them to match the image, just like that. Once they match the image, it's able to kind of put them on there, hide the cars with them. And then I didn't necessarily like replace the sky, I just added some detail. I really like the sky as is, but I think adding detail, a little bit more detail, really impresses people, so I just did that. And then let's see, remove the rest of the distracting objects. Went into Lightroom, did some toning, went back into Photoshop and started to add some of like the flares and haze and stuff. Anyway, you get the idea. So that's what I'm up to right now. If we upload tomorrow, it will be something simple and short because we have so much to get done before we leave. But hopefully we'll get something up for you guys. Till then, see ya.